Hey y'all, Steph here from Southern Sky Tea and Garden. I'm out in the garden grow station again because I realized when I filmed a video the other day, I forgot to include the potatoes I have going out here. So it wasn't my intention for them to get as quite out of control as they are, but it had been very cold here and I wanted to wait for the soil to warm up for me to put them out into the raised beds outside and pick again which bed I wanted to put them in. So they got a little, like I said, out of control out here. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what's going on, but it is the day when I have got to get them into the ground. All right, so I have a couple areas out here where I have the potatoes going, and to my surprise, they started sprouting like a lot, as you can see. I have bags now where they're busting through the bottom, and I labeled them. I have to remember what I put, but oh yeah, red potatoes. These are red potatoes too, and you could see in here, if I can get down in here, where the bag has busted open and there are things happening. And I had all my sprouts start coming up from the top. So I have got to get these into the ground. I appreciate any feedback or comments that you leave, but please have them be kind. This may not be the way everybody does it. I'm not very traditional at all, but like I said, I had them in here until I could get them in the ground. And I wanted them to start, but I just had no idea. So now I've had them out here for quite a bit, probably like a month. And this is what started happening. And those are, like I said, red potatoes. They're actually store-bought organic red potatoes. And I put them in bags and got them going with some dirt. And then I also just have like some seed potatoes here that I got from Walmart. And I don't know what's going on in this bag. Oops. But let's see, while we're on camera, let's see what's happening down in there. All right, they're just in there. All right, just marinating. It's a little dark, but I think you should be able to see. Yeah, okay, so we gotta get those in the ground too. And then I also have some seed sweet potatoes that I bought. Usually I do the Lowe's potato slips, sweet potato slips. They don't come out yet, again, because it's kind of soon to put them out here. But I have these, so I'm going to go ahead and plant these. And then I'll probably get maybe like even like just one tray of slips. You get like, I think 8 slips, you know, for just a couple bucks from Lowe's. So anyway, I'll probably go and do that. But right now, in the meantime, I have these to put in. Oh, I also had some onion to put in also. So I'm going to do that. And then up here, I have also some white potatoes that we stored. Let me get that down. And I think I just saw one like rolling around in here. But I guess I kind of didn't realize what would happen if I actually stored them and put them in dirt. So there's one that just kind of fell out. It has all the eyes going. I think this is a cut one right here. It doesn't have any eyes happening. So we'll see. But that one's definitely got to go in. And there's some more in here. There you go. And we had seen this from YouTube also. Just, you know, learning from everyone else. Like, maybe someone can learn something from me. But if you really want to get them going, put them in dirt and store them in the garage. So there you go, y'all. These are going to go in the ground. And I'll follow up with getting them planted. Okay, y'all, now I'm outside. I'm going to attempt to do a decent video, but as usual, it's very windy out here. It's supposed to rain by about 5 p.m. It's Saturday, the day before Easter, and it's also then supposed to rain on Easter. So disappointing, but that's life in Middle Tennessee. So, or just in the South, you know? So anyway, now that I'm in the daylight here, I just wanted to show you a little bit better view of the potatoes. And you can see down in here, you know, it's busting out. Yeah. like I said, it's, you know, be kind in the comments, y'all. May not be the most traditional way to get them started, but it kind of worked. So, you know, now they're going to go inside their grow baskets out here and get going. And then I thought I'd give you a better view of this one. This was in the bag. So yeah, see, those babies started sprouting. They are ready to go. And I am going to hold off on the sweet potatoes. I'm going to put them probably in this same bag and let them get some, you know, some sprouts on the eyes and see if that'll happen for me. And right, sweet potatoes have eyes, right? Well, y'all can comment and let me know, but I don't know. I've just always chopped them up and grown them without any sprouting happening, but I'm just gonna put them in a bag for like another week or so and see how that goes. So anyway, and then I've got my other ones down here again that were sprouting, and there's more underneath the paper. So I will attempt to put it on the tripod, my camera, and see how it goes. I've got some bricks down. Hopefully things don't blow over. That has happened to me so many times in the past. But I will give you the overview right here of where their potatoes are going to be going. So these were already actually going from last year. So, you know, whatever we've got left in there on accident just started sprouting again and growing. And I've got the same situation over in that one too. I've got one going. And I think I've actually got a potato plant or two going in some of my beds over in the main garden area. So those will get moved out and transferred into here. So in the meantime though, I've got worm castings that I'm gonna add to my soil. And I also have some bone, what do you call it? You know, anyway, the bone soil. I'll show it again on camera, but I've got some of that I'm gonna add because I've read that has a lot of potassium, so I went and picked up some, and I'm gonna add that to the soil also. So they'll come back and get these going. Okay, y'all, Cash is supervising. Yeah, you gonna help me plant potatoes? Or are you just gonna sit there and look beautiful? He got a haircut, so he's super cute looking right now. He's like a little cotton ball. So I'm gonna turn the camera around here, and bear with me a moment because I don't have my remote working right now. I'm gonna set my camera up again, and hopefully it doesn't blow down in the wind. Climb over our gate here. Y'all, bone meal, that's what I was talking about, bone meal. You know, the bone dirt. All right, so I'm going to get going here for the sake of time because I may have to cut my filming a little short and pick up on another day, but add some bone meal, so it doesn't blow away on me, to my soil. And hopefully you all can hear me okay. I'm going to talk kind of loud so you can pick me up in the wind. But I'm just going to stir some bone meal in here. I'll add some to my other container that I have going over here. Woo! It's blowing away on me. Okay. I know it says you don't need much. I'm probably putting in like way too much. But gotta do what we gotta do. Okay. Down a little bit. I think it says a little goes a long way. Always refresh it once I get them in. And I think when we get to these pots right here, I've got 4 pots here, including the one that has some potatoes going in it already, which I'll plant around. These are 20-gallon fabric pots that I got from Amazon, and they work great. Add some of my worm castings in. I know, Cash, huh? Mama's hard at work. Yeah, she got things to do, places to be. Put some worm castings in. These are a great deal. They're like the Earth Science brand, and I get them every year so far from Costco. It's an amazing deal. Of course, a couple of years ago, you know, everything went up in price. I used to get them for like $9.99, and now it's like $11.99. Not bad though, it's 12 pounds. So, great deal. Yes, Earth Science is the brand. Highly recommend for the value and the quality. But I'm gonna just add some in. And hey, we're gonna get these potatoes in here. Use my other bigger shovel. And I'll start with this one because you can see it a little better on camera. Dirt side. Probably should have just I did have them like half filled, and then I went ahead and added all the dirt in advance. But I'm gonna take this one and try to keep it as undisturbed as I can. So you can see that I've opened it up. Just trying to keep it as undisturbed as possible. Let's start going. Pop it in here. A couple roots attached to the bag, of course. Get it down in there and let it continue to do its thing. There, I think it should go pretty well. And I'll add another one in and get these two going. Oops. There you go. Just want to show you what's happening there. So see, I'll get, this one had two big sprouts coming up. And again, I'll leave it as undisturbed as possible. These in the ground or in their pot. Just over a little. And I'm going to kind of mix it up with adding some that were already sprouting right here with some that are just still small. Get those going in there. And I will share with you all that I did not even water these. I didn't want anything to get moldy or mildewy in the garage. So I'm kind of planting them a little bit shallow so they have enough room to get potatoes going down underneath. But I did not water anything while these were in the garage. Because again, I didn't want mold or mildew happening. And now, I'm going to take a couple of these little guys that I have in here. These are also just organic store-bought potatoes. We try to get them so they're not sprayed, so they'll sprout for us. Much more economical than seed potatoes, but I still broke down and bought a bag. But why not? I'm always experimenting to see what kind of works. So these, I'm just going to get my rub down in here. I'm going to put them so they're kind of like sprout side up and not super deep, so they can get going underneath. Right? And if you all see anything I'm doing wrong, please feel free to give helpful feedback. And always be kind and respectful. Yes. And humble, as they say. All right. Okay. So going in there. That one in there. Like I said, I'm doing it a little bit shallow. Take a little dirt from the other one. And there you go. I'm going to continue to move on with my planting and follow up with you all when I'm done. Oh, I'm going to share one more thing while I'm out here, because my husband is, he built me another gate. And as you can see, it's quite precarious to get out of the garden, but he's working on doing this section for me of taking down right here and putting in another gate. And he built all these for me. So he's so sweet, so wonderful, so helpful. And there's one he just built for me yesterday and put it up. So I'll kind of scoot back so you can see. Makes it much more safer to get in to the garden. And these were the existing ones. I need to restain them. They're kind of breaking down a little bit. But did I get a good shot here? Yeah. So those are this is one of the two that he had already built for me in here. And these two. So believe me, they were lifesavers. Normally we wouldn't have put up a fence. We don't get a lot of critters. We're able to keep them out with our fencing here, although we do have to put sometimes some brick underneath the gate to keep out rabbits that want to dig their way in. But I haven't had a lot of you know, pest and rodent damage in my garden, but we have that right there, that little menace, that little furball of ferociousness, huh, Cash? Huh? So yeah, I love getting in that garden and tearing things up. He'll just go and sit right in a bed. Like this one right here. He just went and just got loose and just sat right in it. I'm like, oh my God, oh my goodness. So anyway, there you go. So I just wanted to share that real quick and show you that those are some new additions that we're working on to just make it safer to get in and out of the garden. And I will follow up with you on the final planting of the potatoes. Cash, say goodbye to the people. Hi and bye. Keep growing, y'all, in every way. Have a blessed day.